Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the first part of an exciting adventure. We're diving into 100 common idioms that will actually help you truly become fluent in English. Learning idioms improves your grammar and vocabulary, and can make your conversations cool. So, let's get started with our first set of idioms. Ready? Let's go. 1. A piece of cake. This means something is very easy. Example, the test was a piece of cake, I finished in 10 minutes. 2. Break the ice. This means to start a conversation in a social setting. Example, he told a joke to break the ice at the party. 3. Hit the nail on the head. This means to be exactly right about something. Example, your answer hit the nail on the head, well done. 4. Spill the beans. This means to reveal a secret. Example, he spilled the beans about the surprise party. 5. Once in a blue moon. This means something that happens very rarely. Example, I only see him once in a blue moon since he moved abroad. Pretty comfortable so far? We're just getting started. 6. Under the weather. This means to feel sick or unwell. Example, I'm feeling under the weather today, I might skip work. 7. Bite the bullet. This means to do something unpleasant but necessary. Example, I need to bite the bullet and finish that report. 8. The ball is in your court. This means it's your turn to make a decision or take action. Example, I've done my part, now the ball is in your court. 9. Costs an arm and a leg. This means something is very expensive. Example, that car cost an arm and a leg, but it's worth it. 10. Hit the books. This means to study hard. Example, I need to hit the books if I want to pass my exams. Hopefully, this is an interesting video for you so far. There's so much more to come. If you have any questions, you can comment below. I love hearing from you. 11. Cut corners. This means to do something in the quickest or easiest way, often cheaply. Example, don't cut corners when building a house, quality matters. 12. In hot water. This means to be in trouble. Example, he's in hot water after missing all his deadlines. 13. Let the cat out of the bag. This means to reveal a secret unintentionally. Example, she let the cat out of the bag about the surprise trip. 14. Break a leg. This means to wish someone good luck, usually before a performance. Example, before the show, everyone said break a leg to the actors. 15. Burn the midnight oil. This means to work late into the night. Example, she's burning the midnight oil to finish her project. How are you doing so far? Are you a fan of idioms yet? Let's keep the adventure going. 16. A blessing in disguise. This means something bad that turns out to be good. Example, losing my job was a blessing in disguise, I found a better one. 17. Kick the bucket. This means to die, often humorously. Example, his old car finally kicked the bucket after 20 years. 18. Caught between a rock and a hard place. This means being stuck in a difficult situation with no good options. Example, she's caught between a rock and a hard place with this decision. 19. Cry over spilled milk. This means to be upset over something that can't be changed. Example, there's no use crying over spilled milk, what's done is done. 20. Cut to the chase. This means to get to the point without wasting time. Example, let's cut to the chase, are you joining us or not? Leave a like if you enjoyed the video so far, it really helps out the channel. 21. Every cloud has a silver lining. This means there is something good in every bad situation. Example, even in tough times, remember that every cloud has a silver lining. 22. Face the music. This means to accept the consequences of your actions. Example, it's time to face the music and admit you made a mistake. 23. A dime a dozen. This means something very common and not valuable. Example, those cheap souvenirs are a dime a dozen around here. 24. Jump on the bandwagon. This means to follow a trend or do what everyone else is doing. Example, now everyone's jumping on the bandwagon and trying that new diet. 25. Make a long story short. This means to give a brief summary of a longer story. Example, to make a long story short, I missed my flight. Feeling comfortable so far? Don't worry, we're just halfway through part 1. 26. Once bitten, twice shy. This means being cautious because of a past bad experience. Example, after that failed investment, I'm once bitten, twice shy about money. 27. Rain on someone's parade. This means to spoil someone's plans or fun. Example, I hate to rain on your parade, but the event was cancelled. 28. Take with a grain of salt. This means to not take something too seriously. Example, I'd take that story with a grain of salt, he exaggerates a lot. 29. The last straw. This means the final problem in a series that makes a situation unbearable. Example, missing the meeting was the last straw, he was fired. 30. The elephant in the room. This means an obvious problem that no one is talking about. Example, we need to address the elephant in the room, the budget cuts. Hopefully, you're enjoying this list of idioms and can use them in your daily conversations. Now, I actually love teaching idioms because they're fun and so useful in conversations. I'm so excited to continue our journey today. Hopefully this should be an interesting video for you. Idioms are fun, colorful, and help you truly become fluent in English. Let's jump right in. 31. Burning bridges. This means to destroy relationships or connections. Example, leaving the company rudely is just burning bridges. 32. Throw in the towel. This means to give up or admit defeat. Example, after hours of trying, he threw in the towel. 33. On cloud 9. This means to be extremely happy. Example, she was on cloud 9 after getting the job. 34. Fit as a fiddle. This means to be in good health. Example, even at 80, my grandmother is fit as a fiddle. 35. Pulling someone's leg. This means to joke or tease someone. Example, relax, I'm just pulling your leg. How's it going so far? If you have any questions, you can comment below. I love seeing your thoughts and responses. 36. Hit the road. This means to leave or start a journey. Example, we should hit the road early to avoid traffic. 37. Keep your chin up. This means to stay positive in difficult situations. Example, even after the loss, keep your chin up. 38. Cut the mustard. This means to meet expectations or succeed. Example, he didn't cut the mustard in his new job. 39. A penny for your thoughts. This means to ask someone what they're thinking. Example, a penny for your thoughts, you seem quiet today. 40. Beat around the bush. This means to avoid saying something directly. Example, stop beating around the bush, just tell me what happened. Pretty cool, right? These idioms are great for conversations. They make English fun. 41. Let sleeping dogs lie. This means to avoid interfering in a situation that's already settled. Example, let's let sleeping dogs lie and not bring up old arguments. 42. Raining cats and dogs. This means it's raining heavily. Example, we had to cancel the picnic because it was raining cats and dogs. 43. Out of the blue. This means something happens unexpectedly. Example, she called me out of the blue after years of silence. 44. Stabbed in the back. This means to be betrayed by someone you trusted. Example, I felt stabbed in the back when you spread rumors about me. 45. Back to square one. This means to start over from the beginning. Example, when the plan failed, we went back to square one. Feeling comfortable? Let's keep going, because we've got more awesome idioms to explore. 46. Under the gun. This means to feel pressure to get something done. Example, I'm under the gun to finish this report by tomorrow. 47. Hold your horses. This means to wait or be patient. Example, hold your horses, we'll get there soon. 48. Throw someone under the bus. This means to betray someone to save yourself. Example, he threw me under the bus to avoid getting in trouble. 49. A fish out of water. This means to feel uncomfortable or out of place. Example, I felt like a fish out of water at the new job. 50. At the drop of a hat. This means to do something immediately or without hesitation. Example, she's ready to travel at the drop of a hat. Hopefully, you're finding these idioms helpful. Using them in conversations will make you sound fluent. 51. Bite off more than you can chew. This means to take on more than you can handle. Example, I think I've bitten off more than I can chew with these projects. 52. Butterflies in your stomach. This means to feel nervous or anxious. Example, I always get butterflies in my stomach before speaking in public. 53. Go the extra mile. This means to make an extra effort to achieve something. Example, she always goes the extra mile for her customers. 54. Hitting the nail on the head. This means to be exactly right about something. Example, you really hit the nail on the head with that answer. 55. In the same boat. This means to be in the same difficult situation as someone else. Example, we're all in the same boat with these tight deadlines. Let's pause for a moment. If you're a fan of learning idioms, let me know in the comments. 56. Jump the gun. This means to do something too early or before the right time. Example, he jumped the gun and sent the email before getting approval. 57. Leave no stone unturned. This means to search thoroughly or try every possible solution. Example, we'll leave no stone unturned to find the missing documents. 58. On the ball. This means to be alert and ready. Example, he's always on the ball and never misses deadlines. 59. Ring a bell. This means something sounds familiar. Example, that name rings a bell, but I can't remember where I heard it. 60. Throw caution to the wind. This means to take a risk without worrying about consequences. Example, they threw caution to the wind and invested all their savings. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video so far, and let's keep the momentum going. 61. Under the radar. This means to do something unnoticed or without attracting attention. Example, he's been working under the radar on this project. 62. Walk on eggshells. This means to be very careful not to upset someone. Example, we've been walking on eggshells around the boss all week. 63. Water under the bridge. This means a past problem that is no longer important. Example, let's forget about that argument, it's water under the bridge. 64. When pigs fly. This means something that will never happen. Example, I'll believe it when pigs fly. 65. Burn the candle at both ends. This means to overwork yourself, especially late into the night. Example, she's burning the candle at both ends with her job and school. This is a great set of idioms to practice. Try using them in your conversations and see how cool it feels. 66. You can't judge a book by its cover. This means you shouldn't judge something based on its appearance. Example, he may seem unfriendly, but you can't judge a book by its cover. 67. Barking up the wrong tree. This means to pursue the wrong solution or idea. Example, if you think I'm to blame, you're barking up the wrong tree. 68. Actions speak louder than words. This means what you do is more important than what you say. Example, he promised to help, but actions speak louder than words. 69. A blessing in disguise. This means something good that seemed bad at first. Example, losing the job was a blessing in disguise, I found a better one. 70. Out of the frying pan into the fire. This means going from a bad situation to a worse one. Example, she quit one stressful job and jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. That's the overview of idioms for today. I hope you've enjoyed this series. Remember, idioms add color and personality to your English, making conversations more lively. Bye.